The Caravan of Dreams, far away, beyond mountains, valleys, and rivers, stretched an endless desert of golden sand. Every morning, the dunes shimmered like an ocean of sunlight. And every night, the stars turned the sand silver, as if the earth itself had fallen asleep. In this desert lived a boy named Samir. He was curious, adventurous, and often dreamed of faraway places he had never seen. But his village was small, and no one ever traveled deep into the desert. The sands, people said, were endless, mysterious, and dangerous. Samir, however, believed that secrets were meant to be discovered. One warm night, as Samir sat outside gazing at the stars, he heard a sound. Soft bells, like music carried by the wind. They were not from his village. When he looked to the horizon, he saw lanterns swaying in the darkness. A caravan of glowing camels approached, their saddles covered in silver cloth. At the front rode a tall woman, her cloak glittering like the night sky itself. She was known as Zahara, Keeper of Dreams. "Samir," she said, as if she had always known him, "do you wish to see where dreams are carried before they reach the world?" Samir's heart leapt. Without hesitation, he climbed onto one of the camels, and the caravan began its journey into the desert night. The desert at night was not the same as by day. By lantern light, the sand glowed faintly, and the wind carried whispers. Samir leaned closer to listen. Each whisper was a dream, a sailor's song, a painter's wish, a child's laughter. They drifted like invisible threads, weaving through the night air. Zahara explained, "These are the dreams that travel through the desert. We carry them safely so they may reach sleeping hearts." Samir's eyes widened. He had never imagined dreams as travelers before. As the caravan moved deeper into the dunes, one whisper grew louder than the rest. It was faint, trembling, as if it had lost its way. Samir reached out, and a glowing feather of light floated into his hands. "This dream is lost," Zahara said softly. "If we do not guide it, it will fade forever." Samir tucked the glowing feather close to his chest. "I'll carry it," he whispered, and the caravan continued onward. The caravan soon reached a hidden oasis, its water shimmering under moonlight. Palm trees swayed gently, though no breeze touched them. As Samir knelt by the pool, he heard voices. The water carried echoes of dreams that had already been delivered. Children giggling, lullabies sung softly, tiny hopes that had bloomed into reality. Samir dipped the glowing feather into the pool. It shimmered brighter, as if comforted by the echoes. The dunes opened into a valley where towers of crystal glass rose from the sand. The towers shimmered with colors like rainbows caught in the morning sun. "This is the city of forgotten dreams," Zahara explained. "Every dream that is left behind settles here, waiting for someone to remember." Inside the towers, Samir saw shapes. A child's wooden toy boat, a broken paintbrush, a lullaby written in fading ink. All the things people once wished for, but abandoned. Samir felt the feather in his hand glow brighter. It longed to be free. Suddenly, the sky darkened. Shadows rose from the ground, twisting like smoke. "These are the doubts," Zahara warned. "They feed on forgotten dreams." The caravan bells rang loudly, scattering some of the shadows. But one doubt grew larger, reaching toward Samir. Samir held up the glowing feather. Its light burst forth, chasing the shadows away. The lost dream had protected him, because he had protected it. Beyond the valley, the caravan entered a hidden garden in the desert. Strange flowers glowed in the dark, silver petals, golden vines, blue blossoms like stars. The air was filled with soft music, though no instruments could be seen. "This is where dreams are healed," Zahara said. Samir placed the glowing feather among the blossoms. The flowers wrapped around it gently, restoring its strength. When the feather rose again, it had become a tiny star. It floated upward, shining, and disappeared into the night sky. The caravan continued until the dunes gave way to cliffs. There stood a mountain, its peak glowing faintly with the colors of sunrise, though night had not yet ended. "This is the Mountain of Dawn," Zahara said. "Here, dreams are tested against the light." At the peak, Samir saw rivers of color flowing into the sky, dreams rising like smoke, becoming morning hopes in children's hearts. Samir whispered, "I never knew dreams worked so hard before they reached us." The caravan finally reached a wide river that shimmered with light. Instead of water, it flowed with stars. Each wave carried dreams to faraway lands. Camels stepped carefully across, their hooves glowing as they touched the current. Samir bent down and saw reflections. Children sleeping peacefully, their dreams drifting across the sky. He smiled, realizing the feather he had saved was now safe in someone's dream. On the far side of the river was a marketplace lit entirely by moonlight. There were no merchants, only stalls filled with glowing shapes. "These are gifts of dreams," Zahara explained. "Some children dream of courage, some of laughter, some of love. Here, we gather what they need most." Samir wandered through the stalls. He saw tiny bottles filled with bravery, baskets glowing with kindness, and even small jars of laughter that chimed like bells. He wished he could take one home, but Zahara smiled and said, "When you protect a dream, you already carry such gifts within you." As dawn painted the desert with gold, the caravan returned to Samir's village. Zahara looked at him with kind eyes. "You have carried a dream and kept it safe. Remember, Samir, even the smallest dream can change the world if it is protected." She raised her hand, and in it appeared a small silver bell. "When you ring this," she said, "the caravan will find you again." Samir nodded, holding the bell close. Then, as the first sun touched the dunes, the caravan of glowing camels faded into the morning light. And from that day forward, whenever Samir closed his eyes, he dreamed not only of his own adventures, but of all the dreams he had carried, and the ones he had yet to protect.
Thank you for listening. Sweet dreams, little one. Don't forget to subscribe for more bedtime stories.